Good evening.
Everywhere I go on this island, it seems to me I find degeneracy.
Watch a few movies, take a few notes. See, it's a lot scarier when there's no motive, Sid.
We have a bargain.
Watch a few movies, take a few notes.
Do you feel the pain? Always be now. Pain, I can assure you, will be exquisite.
Watch a few movies, take a few notes.
His entire work consists of violence, all the time. Obsessed with the issue of violence, mayhem, gouging out of eyes, autopsies on the stage.
Come. It is time to keep your appointment.
Well, thank you, folks. You've kept your appointment. You have joined us, and we are here for a brand new arc, the October arc, running slightly oddly because we had to take care of Rosemary's Baby last week. There was little bit of shenanigans. How can we say? We're taking care of it. We're back, and we aren't. How can I say? All right, I've got to put this out here. I talked about it last week, but I've got to be upfront with you. I did put this month's arc up for the member vote. It was either going to be this or films from directors with a surname Cronenberg. But you all voted for Cronenberg. Like, it was close. It was close. Some cheeky members got in at the last minute after I'd already been discussing this with TCG and Murgoot, and they voted for Cronenberg's and got that winning. Shocking state of affairs. But we're already a bit hyped, so we're going with this. You will get your Cronenberg's arc in November. But we are doing an arc that I have wanted to do for absolute years. I don't feel too bad. There was only 2 votes in it. It was very close. I love democracy.
Welcome,
TCG. You've been looking forward to this one too, haven't you?
Oh my God, like you would not believe. So yeah, 2 votes. Was it 2%? 52-48. We all know
exactly.
We all know how noisy that 48 can be.
Precisely. You know, I think we got to exercise discretion, haven't we?
Absolutely.
This went to people many times. TCG many times. Often called the Platinum Dunes wave. Maybe that slightly obscure title is what threw people off, but we are talking about 2000s era horror remakes.
Mm.
Oh, good times, formative memories, I think, for both of us.
Oh my God, big time. When we said we were going to do this film, I was trying to think about films around this sort of time that had this kind of tone, and I really. I sort of went to the kind of like the Hills of Eyes, perhaps, but in a way, I feel like this kind of maybe sort of set up future remakes like Friday the 13th,
A
Nightmare on Elm Street,
more Wes Cravens, could be
Texas
done.
Chainsaw Massacre, perhaps. I think that might have. I think that, to be fair, I think that might have been before this film.
It was, 2003.
So maybe, So I think, okay, so I'll reframe that slightly. The Texas Chainsaw Massacre, in terms of that tone, that setting, I think that was the one that kicked it off. And then, this was the first one that sort of springs to mind. And there's kind of some sort of similarities as well with how they went with this film, as opposed to like your Texas Chainsaw Massacre, because we did a bit of bonus homework on top of this one, and Horror Show and I actually watched the 1953 version of House of Wax, and it is wildly different.
Just a bit.
Just a little bit. 1 or 2 narrative tweaks, maybe. Yeah, which and then as I was watching that, I learned that that was a remake of a 1933 film, which was which was an adaptation of a book, the original book.
Mm.
Yeah, so you know, House of Wax has quite a storied history.
It does. It goes all the way back. I think there's even a segment in like a 1924 German one called Waxworks, which I could have subjected us to for a what's it called, an anthology, but I decided not to go that much. You know, there was one Wes Craven film which didn't get remade, which I always thought was odd because there was plenty of room for improvement.
Which was that? What was that?
Well, they did Nightmare on Elm Street. They did The Hills Have Eyes. They
Yep.
did The Last House on the Left. They
Yep.
never did Shocker.
No, they didn't. Actually, that really reminds me. Have you seen the new DLC for Mortal Kombat?
Oh, this? Yes.
That, yeah.
I have indeed.
Yeah, if
It's
you
it's a good look for the series.
yeah, you pay $15.99 and you get to download Hassan Piker as a playable character. He does have Raiden's moveset though, which is a bit of a bummer, but
Oh. Oh man, and you thought the downgrade from the Highlander guy was bad when we got to the sequels.
that's right.
Yeah.
Yeah, actually no, yeah, the rumors are Hassan Piker is actually going to play Raiden in Mortal Kombat 2.
Nice. Oh, I'm glad you sent that to me. That's
That was my son who sent me to that. Like this is how much Hassan's shocking his dog has broken the cultural zeitgeist. I was like, do you know who this person is? Like, yeah, I heard about it. I was like, oh my god.
oh dear. That's just been everywhere, hasn't it?
Yeah,
I think I want the memes to keep the pressure up until he gets kicked off Twitch.
absolutely.
I need it. Lawrence, bless you. Since you mentioned it, just in case you didn't get it, because I know people can be surprisingly good at identifying the voices in my intro. Even things I think are maybe slightly more subtle get picked up on. The guy saying good evening is Alfred Hitchcock. Just that's a little sample from Alfred Hitchcock Presents. If you were wondering.
Lawrence, I have exactly the same. Well, I have a very similar thing when it comes to the good evening, but it's not so much. What it is for me is it's a bit of a football term, but there's a manager called Unai Emery, and he can't say evening; he says evening. And whenever he would go for whenever he'd go for those post-match match interviews, he would always say "good evening," like it would sound like Hitchcock. Good evening, and there's like a whole compilation on YouTube you can find of him just going "good evening, good evening." I really just for one stream, I really want you to just cut that bit with Unai Emery going "good evening" and then just carrying on.
I might have to, I'll try and catch you out one evening with it.
It might be Unai Emery or something like that, but yeah, he used to manage Arsenal and Aston Villa.
Oh, brilliant!
Yeah, that's it, Murgoot. Good evening.
Nice. Alinity got bounced far less. Yes, I gather she bounces quite a lot. But I don't know. I think her dog may have compensated her, so who knows? Anyway, don't make me play the song.
No.
If you know, you know. Anyway, and if you don't, you should watch my review of They/Them from a few years ago. Lawrence, thank you for sending in £2 for kicking off the super chats. Very good stuff. Agreed. Paris, Texas, better than Paris Hilton. You are a connoisseur. And Adam Lazara is following. Hi, Distant Night. See you. Adam Lazara sending in $2, saying sounds like some couldn't stand one night in Paris.
Yeah, I feel like that casting choice was intentional.
Yeah. I mean, nominally, her answer when she was asked about where is it? This scene.
Oh yeah.
Oh, sorry, I'll have to hide that. It was already in the script.
Sure, Jan.
Sure, Jan, indeed. Ah, dear, 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 dear. Yes, John Gorris. He clearly someone who has watched the They/Them review from a couple of years ago. A treasure. People didn't appreciate it at the time.
I think he's demanding it.
People don't appreciate it now. Oh, I don't know if I could find
He's
it.
demanding it. I'll find it, and I'll tell you what. I'll find it, and I'll give you the timestamp.
All right, you give me the timestamp, and I will. There's such a random tangent. I've got no justification for this. I just like that song. All right. While TCG is looking, I will just say, best wishes to Murgoot. Somewhat under the weather. I am also somewhat under the weather. It is going round. Cross your fingers, folks. Stay strong. Do not get stomach bugs. Not welcome. What you should instead get are memberships for this channel. So smooth. So smooth. Get memberships for this channel either here or on Subscribestar. You do that, you will get bonus footage. You will get bonus footage. You will get lots of commentaries. You will get last year's Halloween special bonus content, all sorts of stuff. And you will get bonus content this Halloween as well. So this is a very good month to sign up as a member to get all the extras. You will also get to vote on the arc that gets covered. And there's a very good chance that I won't override the decision for my own selfish means, Also, in addition, you can just send a super chat. That's very welcome as well. In addition to my own shilling, also like and subscribe. Always good. If money tight, do not worry. A like on the video, very much appreciated, and a helpful comment about how much you appreciate this weird little stream that we do every week would be great to help the algo and get the message out there. TCG, how about your own chilling while I look up this abomination?
That crime guy on YouTube. I'm sure links are in the description. I have released a new video out. I think it came out last week. That I'd been promising my son that I'd do for a year. So he's very excited. He was very excited that we finally got that project over the line. And I am currently researching a new topic, which is one that isn't very well heard about. It seems to have, it's really weird because it seems to have sort of been swept under the rug. I mean, you've heard of, everybody knows who Jack the Ripper is. If you're from England, you certainly know who the Yorkshire Ripper is. But have you, Chloe, ever heard of the Blackout Ripper?
The Blackout Ripper? No, I've never heard of this gentleman.
Very interesting.
I assume gentleman in a very sexist manner.
You assume correctly. Yeah. During World War II, while the Nazis were bombing London, one man was going out and getting his kicks.
Goodness me. Well, a rare case. I have not heard of it. Yeah,
very. So stay tuned for that one. But yeah, that crime guy, go and subscribe. Go and watch all my videos. Super thanks and all that jazz. And unlike Horror Show, if money's tight, make it tighter. Gib. I'm going to go full dark side Phil on you guys. Okay?
Do it.
Which,
right.
Speaking of which, have you seen Kino Casinos?
I appreciated the effort. I watched a few minutes of it, but crikey, I had a little horror show to look after, but I caught the bit and I thought,
it's outrageous. Warski's mannerisms.
Oh, he nailed it.
And the usage of AI dark side Phil voice. it's special.
Kudos. Shall we give people a bout of horror before we get into this movie?
Hell yeah, let's do it.
All right, I apologize so much for this, folks, but a good friend of the channel did request this. Hopefully you all hear this. Enjoy. Your feelings about dogs whatsoever. This is an obvious ego defense. I'm seeing right through it. They're trying to stop us seeing the dog pill. Oh yeah, the dog pill.
Things will never look the same with the dog pill. You'll think you have gone insane with the dog pill. She's so cute and busty. But she's got that husky dog pills. Woo! Instagram got me taking those dog pills. Woo! Man's best friend with benefits, it's dog pills. It's a disturbing revelation why she chose that big Alsatian. Must be something to do with the dog pill. Woo! Woo! Know that it's over, man. Dog pill. Woo! Now she's got that Doberman dog pill. Demonetized for talking about the dog pill.
There we go. And now let's never speak of that again.
I just noticed on your recommended feed, you had a Milo Yiannopoulos video there.
Did I?
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
stay.
There's
Oh.
right. There's a load of these videos going around at the moment, like Milo Yiannopoulos, like ownage bits. I keep getting them in my feed as well.
What? They've got to be from like how many years ago?
Yeah, like I was getting one. I was getting some from like 10, like 12 odd years ago. But like, people are like uploading these in the last week or so.
Baffles me. Absolutely baffles me. Well, I realise we're in danger of doing a goosebumps here. I think we just sort of traumatised a fair few people who managed to dodge that the first time round. There's no escaping it. There's no escaping. Let's get into it. Let's go with House of Wax. Now, I found this quite horrifying, and when I looked this up, oh my goodness, I don't know why people were so keen to see it. But there is apparently well-known House of Wax.
Who's that supposed to be?
What?
What's his name? What's his name?
I think it's Michael Gove.
Oh, is it? Okay.
Yeah. So I had trouble tracking this one down. I found a very obscure website where I could order a DVD of it. Did you have trouble getting hold of House of Wax?
I mean, no. So I'm curious as to what websites you were looking at. I just rented it off Prime in the end.
Prime had it.
Yeah, well, they to rent. Yeah, it was only like $1.99. So I was like, oh yeah, go on then. Go on then.
Yeah, I'm sorry, I couldn't resist that.
Oh yeah, it was on BitChute, Murgoot. Yeah, but yeah, I just wanted to watch it on the TV.
We'll take away that absolutely terrible thing. Let's get back to the actual title sequence. All right. So just for a little ground setting, we have got some weirdness here. Now, how can I say? TCG is 100% correct that what we call the Platinum June wave really started in 2003. This movie in 2005 is a little bit of an oddity, and you'll notice we don't start with Platinum Junes producing it. No, we have got Dark Castle producing it. Dark Castle were a late 90s company set up to do remakes, not of 70s and 80s slashers, like very well-known stuff from that era, but they started off doing dark, gritty, R-rated remakes of William Castle movies. So Dark Castle, there we go, William Castle, who also, interestingly enough, produced Rosemary's Baby that we covered last week, weirdly enough. The studio wouldn't let him near directing it because of his reputation. Not that I'm saying that the director of The Tingler wouldn't have done a fine job on Rosemary's Baby, but that's another one I wouldn't recommend Googling TCG. And very, very, very messed up results.
I can imagine.
But so Dark Castle were remaking William Castle properties from the 50s. They start off with House on Haunted Hill, 1999. Then you get 13 Ghosts, which I believe you're quite a fan of, TCG.
Yeah, I quite like that. Yeah, it was. Yeah, at the time, I thought.
I feel I need to give that one another go.
Yeah, I know. Murgoot wanted to watch. Wanted to cover that at some point, or if we haven't already done so. But he was quite keen on that one. But yeah, 13 Ghosts. I rated it.
Yeah, had a very good design at the very least. So this is a sort of weird crossover I think really what they were doing, what Dark Castle were doing, is what kicked off Platinum Dunes, except they've got a different focus. And this is all the reason we're getting all of these is sort of what I think of as a kind of panic reaction in the horror industry to Scream.
Okay.
I've said this many times over the years, so forgive me if you've heard me say it before, but there's just a bit of a Scream comes out in the mid-90s, kind of exposes the rules of horror, and doing so makes it all look a bit silly, and people are a bit like, not sure what to do here now. We can't really do a straight slasher again because, it'll just look funny now. It'll just basically be a scary movie.
Yeah.
So what do we do? And horror, as a result, I think, after not really managing to do the meta angle very well, they start pumping out much more serious fare. We get either the torture porn genre, we get Japanese J-horror remakes, which, the same rules that Scream lampooned definitely do not apply. We also got a turn into these classics, these reimagined classics, trying to do them, but a lot more seriously. I presume so, sort of, you can't be hit with the same stick that Scream affectionately beat the original 80s classics with.
I almost thought you were going to make a ping. I almost thought you were going to make a ping pong ball reference from the 1953 film.
Oh dear. Well, probably should explain that to people. I don't actually have that guy. I might see if I can get a GIF of him while he. Do you want to tell people about the original House of Wax quickly?
Yeah, so in the original one, you got Vincent Price. He's basically a wax sculptor, and he's got this wax museum. And he's got like all these classical, well-known figures from history, like your Cleopatra's, Mark Antony's, was it Marie Antoinette, Joan of Arc, and it's a bit of a smaller endeavor, but he's a very talented wax sculptor, and one of the investors wants him to go further afield, and he's a bit like, I'm more about the art than the extravagance. They mention Two Swords as Madame Two Swords as a bit of a reference in terms of sort of like the shock factors and all that jazz. Anyway, he speaks to another investor who's really interested in taking over from the original investor, but then the original investor decides, actually, do you know what we're going to do? We're going to do a little bit of insurance fraud. So he burns down the wax museum with Vincent Price's character inside. Anyway, fast forward a few months. There's this main character lady, and people start dying around her. A friend of hers dies. There's another guy who's mysteriously found hanging, potential sewer slide or whatever you want to call it for YouTube friendly purposes. But there's a disfigured man going around doing all the jazz. Anyway, turns out they thought the sculptor had died in the fire. Turned out he hadn't. He had just basically gone underground and just tried rebuilding things from the ground up. He recruited a deaf mute and some other guy who was like on the run or whatever. They open up a new. They get funding. Yes, they get funding through one of the old an investor, and they open up a new House of Wax. And on the opening night, you've got this guy here with a ping pong, like the tennis racket and a ping pong ball, just like shilling the heck out of it. And I didn't know it was a 3D film. I didn't know. But
you're like, why are we seeing this? Why are we seeing this so long?
Like he turned around and he's like, oh yeah, there's a guy over there eating some popcorn over there. Yeah, see if he can catch the ball. And I'm like, is this guy breaking the fourth wall?
Yeah. If you don't know that, I think it probably makes the film even stranger. Like, goodness me. But there's the CanCon girls, and you can imagine their butts were being thrown towards the scene. It's yes, John Garris, it does indeed have Charles Bronson, very early role as Charles Buczynski.
I will say as well, so one thing I forgot to add, these people that were dying, their bodies were being stolen from the morgue. And it just so happened that in the wax show, in the wax show, people were the waxworks looked suspiciously similar to these people that had gone missing, including the friend of this main actress lady. I can't remember her character's name for the life of me, but she's just absolutely enamored by this character, by this waxwork of Joan of Arc. And she's like, it's a friend, like right down to the ear piercings, like only her right ear was pierced, I believe. You know, and it turned, spoiler alert, I mean, you have had 70, well, yeah, you've had 73 years to watch this, but spoiler alert, some of the waxwork creations were actually real people.
I mean, in fairness, it's waxwork stories. I've only ever seen them have one twist.
yeah, exactly.
You know?
Yeah, precisely. And Vincent Price's character was the one going around doing the murderings. And his face, there's when they do the big reveal that, oh my god, he's a killer, because the idea behind it is you see this guy running around like with this disfigured face, and then you see Vincent Price's character, like absolutely like nothing wrong with his face, but because of the fire, he lost the use of his legs and his hands were all crippled, hence why he had to go and get the recruit other people to do the waxworks for him. But it turned out, no, he was kind of faking it. And he's basically used wax to cover up the scars, if you will. But when they did that reveal, when she punches his face, and like the mask just completely cracks. And it's like, well, dude, like there was, there's just no.
It, they didn't linger on it, I think. They probably realized, yeah, we can't make this effect work.
No.
However, that might be about the only thing carried over from the original.
Yeah.
Which sort of leads us to something I'd like us to do as we do this arc. And I think we are going to return to the arc. And forgive me for not having a better way of presenting this.
That's fine.
But
I will say,
I thought we'd grade these on.
I will
go
say,
ahead.
Is it coincidental that the air quote here, the masked person in the 2005 film is called Vincent?
No, it is a very deliberate tribute.
Yes.
If you look on the IMDb trivia, they say that the Vincent is a reference to Vincent Frankenstein.
Oh, really? Oh man.
No, that's just some gimp on IMDb.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
It's some gimp.
It's not a very highly upvoted comment.
Oh, I see. Right.
But yeah, I thought what we could do as we do this arc and cover these remakes is rate them not only in terms of quality on the 0 to 12 burgers scale, but we can also rate them in terms of how faithful they are to the original, if they're an actual remake or a remake in name only.
Oh, brilliant. Okay, I like this.
I also thought we could try and work up how do I do it? A taxonomy of Platinum Dunes Wave. So I've had a couple of stabs at it as we go along. I think we can maybe add rules to this.
Okay.
You know, as we try and work out, like we did for folk horror, what makes it part of the genre that it is. So we can sort of have a go at this. I thought it'd be fun to build up as we go.
I like.
Yeah. So for all our talk at the start about what happened in the rather fun, maybe not the best Vincent Price horror ever, but still pretty fun. House of Wax 53. Yeah, it's good going. It's not my favorite of his.
No, but I mean anything with Vincent Price is absolute gold. So,
and we do love our Vincent,
and it's because of this channel that I'm a huge fan of Vincent Price. I have to say. So,
oh, excellent! Yeah, I Vincent post every chance I get. You know that. But this film is really nothing like the original in any way.
Nothing.
And I suspect you alluded to this at the start, I believe. By the time this comes out, it's 2 years after the 2003 Texas Chainsaw Massacre comes out. And that was pretty darn successful.
It was.
Yeah, so when they get to House of Wax, I think they probably said, stuff it. We're just going to kind of remake Texas Chainsaw
That-
Massacre
that's it.
as well.
Yeah, it's literally. I mean, it has the same beats, doesn't it? This film.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like right down to the when they when you get the scene where he's turning Wade's character, the character Wade into a waxwork. Doesn't that just sort of ring similar to the scene in Texas Chainsaw Massacre when
Oh, absolutely.
do you know what I mean?
The giant guy wearing a mask of a face who
Yeah.
comes out of nowhere, draws you back into the house on the hill and prepares you.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it's not putting them on a hook, but it's not far off. Where have I got him? Is this him? There we go. I mean, it's kind of Cenobite-y. They threw in a couple of beats that I also thought were quite strong Nightmare on Elm Street. Let's say homages.
Okay.
It clearly worked, by the way. The writers of this, the name didn't stick in my head, so I looked up what they'd done. It's a couple of bros, Chad and Carey Hayes. And would you believe it that they went on from this to write The Conjuring?
Oh wow.
I know, not doing badly. They stuck
John.
in the sort of Conjuring verse after that. They wrote Annabelle. They wrote The Conjuring 2. So yeah, they know what they're doing.
Yeah,
good little gift going on there.
Yeah. John says that guy looks like a young Jack Nicholson. I'm sure Jared Padalecki, aka Sam Winchester, would be very, very glad to hear you say that. Which, by the way, started the same year this film came out.
Oh,
2005. Feel old yet?
I was wondering. Oh God, when do I ever not feel old? Yeah. So we'll go through this. We'll go through this, and we'll chart these similarities. But yeah, I love seeing young Jared with he's got a nice little beard going on.
He did have until he waxed it.
Yeah, you've seen a lot more Supernatural than me. Does he ever get to go full beard?
No.
Oh
no. Dean gets a little bit more ruffled as the years go
Dean
on,
would be
but
good
nothing.
with beard.
Yeah, bit more stubbly, I'd say. But yeah, no. Jared, from what I can recall, really remains. Yeah, this is probably the most facial hair I've seen on him, and it's only really equivalent to a bit of bum fluff.
Yeah. Oh.
Even
it'd be nice if he grew it out.
Yeah, even in Friday the 13th, he was clean shaven for that one as well, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah,
I've never seen him with short hair either.
It was short. It was more. I would say it was because it was around the same time, wasn't it? It's like season one, Sam, because he's quite slim in this one as well. Which is
True.
it was around about season 3. You see a noticeable bulk up in him because I think
you do.
Yeah, he goes.
They get lots of shirtless Sam shots for very low justification.
Yeah, I know. Yeah. You heard me say bum fluff.
By the way,
Brit slang.
Check out Mr. Padalecki paired with Alicia Cuthbert.
I know.
Again, IMDb trivia says 1 foot difference. No. I think a few more inches than that.
Yeah.
I think she's aware, you know. Yeah.
God, how tall is he in real life? He must be what? Imagine if he was like 5'10".
She's absolutely giddy, and he's
like
gigantor.
Yeah. Yeah, there's a huge difference there.
And
And
nice
also,
to see Alicia Cuthbert too.
yeah, and also like Chad Michael Murray as well. You know, it's a name. He is still making films and TV shows. I had to look in. I had to do a little bit of a dig afterwards on IMDb. I couldn't tell you the stuff that he's been in. But yeah, he's still out there. He looks a hell of a lot different though.
Yeah, it's a very familiar name.
Yeah, he looks a hell of a lot different nowadays. Some of the more recent stuff, some of the more recent images, like longer hair, he looks a bit more weathered now. Yeah, Lawrence, 6 foot guy versus 5'11". That's so true.
So true. Oh dear. You know, you just accept your station in life as a catamite. It's the only way. It's the only way. Oh dear. Yeah. Nice to see Alicia Cuthbert.
Yeah.
She had done a fair amount of the 24 series at this point.
Right.
Quite a lot of attention went her way. Previous year, she'd done a sort of, not quite American Pie, but not far off, like teen comedy. Like,
Yeah.
you'll have some raunchy jokes, and there'll be a, nice pair of bobbins maybe for you to appreciate. Everyone's going to have a good time.
Yeah.
She'd done that. That was a Girl Next Door. She followed this up with, what was it? 2 years later, a very little scene torture porn by the name of Captivity. Shite. Totally skip it.
Is it?
Totally skip it. I couldn't find it anywhere. There's a reason. Awful.
This film's interesting, though, isn't it? Because like, there's a lot of people in this film that you don't really hear much of nowadays. Like even Jared Padalecki, like Supernatural was the big thing, and I think afterwards the only thing I can really think that he was in was he did a few seasons of Walker Texas Ranger, because they remade that, the old Chuck Norris. Yeah, and he basically he played I'm assuming it's Walker. I never watched the original, but yeah, he played the main character in that one. And I think he's supposed to be in season 5 of The Boys, the final season, because that's an Eric Kripke show, and it's already got Jensen Ackles in it. It's already got Jim Beaver, who played Bobby in the TV show, and and they're bringing in
Jeffrey Dean Morgan, of course.
Jeffrey Dean Morgan's in it, of course, yes. And also they're bringing the character. I can't remember the guy's name who plays Castiel, but he's
Misha Collins.
Misha Collins, that's it. Yeah,
PewDiePie.
Yeah, PewDiePie.
All right, I'm not going to get many people. Look, we'll go back to sexy ladies later, but.
So it's a bit, So it's a bit of a reunion for for anyone who's a fan of Supernatural.
It's kind of nice. Thing is, I can't say it will make me watch The Boys. I ducked out after season 2, but
see, I have sort of stuck it out, and I won't lie that knowing that you're going to get a Sam Dean reunion in a way, it's enough to draw me in. But I know that I'm going to be watching peak wank. I might as well watch these shows, right, and then just end up on Friday Night Tarts talking about it, because I know it's going to be awful, but I can't help it. I'm sorry, guys. I'm sorry, I can't help it.
I'll watch
as long as I don't long as I don't see any midget, like I say midget, but like shrunken down men run into another person's winky doodle, I'll be fine. But I don't know. Eric Kripke's he's got a weird mind, that guy.
He's a weird guy. He's got weird interests. I've maybe on his Wikipedia there'll be something that can explain it. I don't know, but
yeah.
Anyway, we'll sorry, we're goosebumpsing this.
Yeah, big time.
All right. Well, you did the summary for the original House of Wax. I will give this summary here. For the remake, is Texas Chainsaw Massacre. There we go. No, so we have your classic setup are people going through the country, whereas our crowd of folks, younglings, look at them. Yeah, six sacrificial lambs going through the country to not to visit a vandalized grave of their grandparents, but to see a big game. I don't think they have a name who's playing, but it's a big game they're all going to travel to. Would you believe they run into car trouble, pull over? Sorry, no, I think they take a shortcut that doesn't work out. They decide to camp out and then have car trouble and then split up. In splitting up, they take time to encounter a town. Of Ambrose. Before they get there, we get our necessary encounter with a hillbilly. Would you believe it? I'm probably just going to highlight all the beats that are Texas Chainsaw Massacre. So they meet the hillbilly, who's nice enough, but then spooks them out with a big knife. There's also this moment of absolutely unnecessary beefcakedom. We'll just appreciate that for a minute.
Depends on which one you're looking at.
I think there's something for everyone here,
Yeah,
it's like a Woolworths pick and mix of totty.
Just going to cover up the left half of that image.
Yeah, it is.
Some of the right half as well.
I mean, look, I'll get to this later, but when I say there are weird vibes between the brother and sister, it starts here and it doesn't stop.
I really, I saw you say that behind. I saw you say that in the DMs, but I didn't get that. I didn't get that vibe.
I think so. Well, I'll see how chat feels about it as we go. Murgoot seemed to buy it. Anyway, the first two to go in are Gigantor and Bilbo. Yeah. Who go around the town and discover it's basically appears very quiet and deserted until they come into a funeral and find at least one person looking. We may at this point say there's some slightly dodgy editing. Okay, it's edited extremely well. We get close-ups on this guy turning around. We get a close-up on the priest. It looks great. In reality, they would be there long enough. They're not getting the short shot that we get. They would have seen the priest not moving. How do they not know he's wax?
Yeah.
Questionable.
Yeah. It is cleverly edited, though. I mean, you get just long enough of a glimpse to not really take anything in. I think I remember the first time I watched this, because I would have been about 19, I think. Oops. But yeah, so bloody hell, 20 years ago, man.
I know. It's not on, is it?
Yeah, I didn't cotton on immediately at this. I distinctly remember not cottoning on.
It's well done. It's well edited, but it's a little bit cheaty, isn't it?
Yeah. When you think about it, yeah. Because you would expect other people to turn around, just generally speaking. The doors open, just naturally would grab people's attention. But yeah, so the fact that you only get one person, Bo, I think his name is, who turns around, but you do get and also I'm pretty sure that when it comes to the priest, they used more than one waxwork, because when you see him again later on, it doesn't look like he's looking directly at them. Whereas in this glimpsey bit here, you kind of think, he's dead eyeing me right now.
Yeah, it's well done. I think they may have cheated a little bit. I mean, in this case, these aren't wax dummies. They are they're extras wearing masks, which was a bit of cost-saving measure.
Oh, okay.
Which I think is clever, because they were saving a lot of money by filming this in Australia.
Okay.
Which I hadn't picked up on. Very well done. And so the film looks expensive, but they managed to get a lot for their small investment. Oh, one of the side effects, I'll just mention this now, of them shooting in Australia is this little artifact, in that it originally had an alternative opening where a girl basically is your first sacrificial lamb. She wanders in, gets offed, and gets turned into a mannequin. You see her outside the cinema later.
Okay.
But you don't have the context for who she is.
Right.
But she is played by a half Asian, half European actress called Emma Lung, who won't mean much to many people, but she is a major character. Well, okay, she's a named character who has a notable presence as the character Heather in Triangle 2009, one of my favourite movies.
Okay.
Because, you're in Australia, get an Australian actress in.
We've covered that, haven't we, Triangle?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
So much. Adamless Horror has sent in $5. Very much appreciated, friend. Saying Alicia Cuthbert was in one of my favourite shows that didn't get more than 3 seasons. It's called Happy Endings. That rings a bell.
Triangle. Sorry, I had to Google that just to. Yes, that's a good
Christopher
film.
Smith, 2009. Brilliant.
That is a good film.
I love it. Does Happy Endings ring a bell with you? Remember Happy Endings?
Happy Endings. Let's have a quick look.
Well, you look that up. It's a strong recommend from Adam. Also, would. I think many would, to be honest.
Have we covered that? I don't think we have. It's got Lisa Kudrow.
We haven't. No, I don't remember.
Okay.
I think it was a comedy.
Oh, okay. No,
my vague memories, it's a comedy, but getting 3 seasons, that's doing pretty well, I would say. Given how many great series get axed mid-season 1, R.I.P. Firefly, or Dollhouse having to speed run its ending in the end of season 2. Bless him.
GB, I turn up and PH talks about happy endings. Ooh woo.
Dear. Thank you again, Adam. Very much appreciated. I believe you also used your members chat. Thank you very much, saying in the car scenes it was weird for sure. See, I think this is related to the bro sister thing. I'm telling you.
I didn't see
Star
it.
Wars vibes.
I'm sorry, didn't see it. Yeah, but they
Where
knew they
are
were brother
they?
and sister. Luke and Leia didn't.
Some say that adds spice. I mean, look, come on. She's basically biting her bottom lip.
Oh, come on. Hang on. Is this after she had to unglue her lips?
Oh, I mean, details. I mean, she's flushing, isn't she?
That's because it's blood on her lips. That's why. She's not flushing.
Don't know. The way she's looking at him.
No, I'm not seeing it. I refuse to see it. Yes,
all right.
Maverick, I must be in denial. No, I didn't see it. I didn't see it.
Let's see. Yeah, Mavericks agreed. I think we've got it. I think we know.
I'm just I'm the minority. Yeah. No, it's fine. I didn't see it.
All right.
But the whole point of Chad's character is that he's just misunderstood. He's not a bad guy.
So our first set of sacrificial lands, as I said, explore the town, carry on looking around for what they need, their fan belt. They encounter Wax Ed Miliband.
Oh my god.
Come on, you see it.
I can't unsee it now. It's a shame he hasn't got a bacon sandwich on the
I know,
display.
that would have been perfect.
That would have been great.
And then Wade, Jared Padalecki's character, gets a very unfortunate heel slash.
Oh,
you don't see much, but it's even though you don't see much, it's conveyed very well how nasty it is.
Yeah.
And then he's
hang on.
off.
This wasn't they didn't they do something with the tendons in the Texas Chainsaw Massacre as well?
Texas Chainsaw Massacre, I don't believe anything happened to tendons in that film.
Okay, I might be
I think in sequels they may have hooked someone through the ankle.
Right.
In Hostel they slashed tendons.
Yes, that's what I'm thinking of.
Yeah,
that's what I'm thinking of. Yeah, because I was saying to you as I was watching this, it's like the cutting of tendons, man. I can feel that. It's one of those like moments, like. Because you see enough gore, like when you see like people getting disemboweled and like blown up and all this stuff in films, but the thing with the tendons doesn't happen often enough for you to sort of almost be desensitized to it, or at least that's the case for me. And I mean, I've seen this film quite a few times, but yeah, that bit always bothers me. And it's a similar thing happens with Paris Hilton's character.
Yeah, they do nasty violence to feet, and you can just feel it, like you react to it very instinctively.
Although I will say Paris Hilton doesn't quite sell it as well as Jared does.
No.
There's one bit, I'm sorry I'm skipping ahead, but when soon after it happens, when she's trying to escape, she gets into the car. Did you notice she does like this she just does like this out of nowhere hop, just almost to say, oh yeah, my ankle's my hip. My foot's supposed to be hurt, isn't it? Hop.
I did wonder, like, why are you walking like that? Like you've been stabbed in the foot. Come on.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. She remembered that.
That
was a nice scene.
Yeah.
It was a very nice scene. Anyway, Wade is offed. He's put into this horrific rig and turned into wax dummy. Our lovely Alicia, I can't remember the name, is captured. There's a really good shot. A really, really good shot. Oh, we should also, while we're doing our Texas Chainsaw Massacre similarities, going for help from someone who works in a convenience store, like a garage convenience store, and then being betrayed by them. It's Texas. This whole thing's Texas Chainsaw Massacre. We get a really, really nice overhead shot as she's captured again. I loved this. I thought this is, we'll rag on this film a bit, but this was nice. This was a good little shot. Yeah.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah.
They take about an hour this to capture. Then the film speeds up very quickly and starts piling the bodies on. She's captured, strapped into a chair, so we're getting hostile points here. Rather cruelly, she has her lips glued together.
Yeah.
And then her brother / lover turn up along with his assistant from Scary Movie.
Yeah.
Who discovers the wax Wade.
Patrick. Yeah. Didn't Paris Hilton cameo in an episode of Supernatural? She did. Yes.
She did indeed. Season 5, I recall, with a wonderful little meta joke. Yeah, it was fantastic.
The guys in Supernatural aren't the Supernatural show isn't afraid to do like meta callbacks.
Oh no, they go really into it later, and I kind of love it.
Yeah, my favorite one will always be it's an opening scene. Sam and Dean come home from a hunt, and they lay a baseball bat with barbed wire wrapped around it, and Dean just sort of goes, "Dad would have loved that. Dad would have loved that."
Oh,
obvious.
Nice. That's Walking Dead, isn't it?
Walking Dead, yeah, because he went on to play Negan in The Walking Dead, and Lucille, which is his weapon of choice, is of course a baseball bat with barbed wire wrapped around it.
Nice.
Cool. Yeah. So yeah, they're not afraid to do that.
Oh, I love that stuff. Yeah, so basically, was it? So Wade's off. Alicia Cuthbert is rescued. More lambs go to the slaughter. You kind of know how it goes. In terms of plot, I will rush through so we can get into detail.
Yeah.
We end up with only the brother and sis smouldering for each other.
For God's sake.
Absolutely desperate to rod. It's just, I looked up, they did not date officially, although he did date Paris Hilton.
That's right, yes.
Yeah.
I was trying to think who it was, because I was going to say Britney, but I thought, no, that's not him.
No. Although he does look like a Crimea River era JT, doesn't he?
A little bit, yeah.
Mr. GB saying Paris wasn't in it for her acting skill, to be fair.
No.
But you know what? She was very good game. She was under no illusion that she wasn't a kind of hate figure. She leans massively into it for her marketing. You know, she sells like, this is a movie where you can watch Paris die. Yeah, she was an absolute good sport for it. I know people mock her, but kudos to her, frankly. Like, she doesn't have that ego about her ability or how she was seen, and she was absolutely okay to go forward and be someone that they laugh at and wanted to off. And she took it like a champ, I've got to say. Kudos. I mean, am I off, TCG?
No, I think you're pretty spot on.
Yeah, made me like her.
Yeah, she. To be fair, like, I mean, she wasn't that bad. She was bad. Don't get me wrong, but she wasn't as bad as I originally would have expected her to be. Because yeah, she's not an actress in any way, shape, or form.
Let me get her on screen for us while we're discussing her.
Why not? She wasn't in it for looks either.
Oh, brutal, Lawrence.
Brutal.
I could have done without these scenes, if I'm honest, TCG.
Yeah. Again, she was only in it for one reason, really.
It gets you a bit of buzz, doesn't it?
Yeah, you don't lose. You'd lose nothing of the film. Well, that's not necessarily true. If the only scenes were them, not even them. It's mostly just Paris Hilton's death scene, which is quite good. But Blake's her other half he's kind of killed off camera, really, isn't he? It's just the final sort of like foot in the knife at the end. kind of get it's a bit of a cop out there. I would have liked to have seen him sort of struggle a little bit before meeting his maker, but yeah, that's right, Patrick, and I have seen both.
Where's that? Oh yes,
My
I
Bloody
see that
Valentine.
reference.
Yeah.
We must also mention that Paris was, maybe at her best in Repo the Genetic Opera, which has been covered on this channel.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, it was in one of the bunker streams.
Oh, okay. I was going to say, because I don't think I've seen it.
No, it was one of those for people who don't know the lore, when I was expecting a little horror show to come along, I just pre-recorded a whole load of streams pretending to be locked in a bunker and therefore unable to reference anything happening in the outside world.
Brilliant.
And we just had those ready to go. And this Repo the Genetic Opera was one of them, as a bit of a favour to Mr. GB, if I remember correctly.
There you go.
So, they're all off one by one. Basically, we head to the ending, the big confrontation, where they make the House of Wax literally out of wax, and have a lot of fun with that, including a brilliant. This is one of the references to Nightmare on Elm Street. You may recall in one of the dream sequences, Nancy's foot sinks into the step.
Yes.
Nice reference, isn't it?
Get it
Quite
now.
nice.
Yeah.
They also threw in a reference to Goatsy, which was kind of cool. We all like that. That was a nice little throwback.
Okay.
Although I think he should have a wedding ring on this hand if they're being accurate to Goatsy. Moving on. Yeah, it's a very big finale in your, this is that sort of Bruckheimer touch. It's quite a thing for these movies. This is bringing a budget that the original films they are remaking could never go near.
Yeah.
And then big finale, fighting off the others, stabbing them. Nice gore shot. The mask of the character is ripped off, as you have to do. If you mask your villain, we need something nasty under there.
Call back to Halloween.
I mean, it's just a standard rule, really.
Yeah.
If your character covers their face and they have to, we have to reveal it, and it's usually something of a money shot for the film. The original House of Wax was really weird about that, because you see the monster makeup very early on. It's never hidden in shadow. It's just constantly there's his messed up face.
Yeah.
Which I found really odd. That's not quite, the convention clearly was not set at that point. Here, they're very ambitious. We get little details throughout the film of that our villains were Siamese twins who were separated and they were joined at the head. One with his sort of face melded into the other's back of head. And so he's missing a large chunk of his head. There's not extensive dialogue. There's just enough photos that you can work it out. And they've had to do the incredibly tricky job of not adding to a face, but removing it. And obviously, the only way you can really do that is your CGI. Correct.
Or you could just chop out part of the actor's face, method acting.
Yeah. A lot of them won't do that on union wages.
No. It's pretty unprofessional if you ask me, but,
Very good. Chekhov's mask, indeed. Tasteful thickness. Chekhov's mask, indeed. While it gets mentioned, yes, Phantom of the Opera, absolute classic use of it. They're all building up to it. I think it also, we got to acknowledge it's a production detail that really helps these very quickly, largely very cheaply made movies. You don't have to worry about complex effects work all throughout the film. Stick a mask on or stick a sack on their head and you're fine. And then you only have sort of maybe a couple of days of shooting where you have to have complex masks on. And, we're up for that build up, Maverick Hunter is raising an interesting exception to the rule. Yeah.
Yeah, he does, doesn't he?
It's part of that really interesting subversion of Halloween, in that there's a question of like, how can I say, like it's all the mask. The mask is him, or rather, the shape as the killer is referred to in the credits. The shape is the villain, and the person you see is credited as like Michael Myers, age 29, played by Tony Moran, if I recall.
Okay.
Sorry, nerding out. I think it was Nick Castle did the shape, and it's Tony Moran is the revealed adult.
Right.
But, yeah. Sorry, I'm nerding out there. But yeah, it's a good exception. Like Halloween sort of subverts the genre quite interestingly by showing you, it's just a dude. It's not as interesting.
I have to ask you,
Mm-hmm.
when he had the mask on, did you get Tommy Wiseau vibes?
Oh God. No, I didn't, but I do now.
Yeah, massively. It's funny because I actually, it was, of all things, was talking about The Room at work today. And I was like, oh my God, yeah, I actually watched this last night. And you have to, I was saying to the people, like, you have to go and watch this film because you like, it's basically Tommy Wiseau is just one of the killers.
So true. Oh, how did I not see it?
You're tearing me apart, Lisa.
I did not wax her.
I did not wax her. It's bullshit. I did not. Oh, hi, Bo.
Oh, here's an interesting one. Lawrence, the Collector. Yeah, I've only seen the first one. I've not seen the collection, but that one, I think we see a character that we know, that we are pretty darn sure is a person behind the mask, but it's a regular looking dude. Another person unmasked who we never saw, V for Vendetta. I'm sure there are others. Okay. And the later Halloweens did this thing where they take the mask off. The Strangers did this too in 2012, 2013, where the masks do come off, but the camera does not focus on the face, and it kind of, you don't really take the faces in,
right?
But they are normal. So that's how the genre is subverted there, if you're interested. Yeah, it's a big payoff. The House of Wax melts down as it sort of has to. Yeah, hang on, here we go. There's a rather amazing escape from it. It's very high effort. And then we get a little sequel bait ending. That's rushing through the plot, I apologize, but yeah, absolutely nothing to do with the original House of Wax. A hell of a lot to do with Texas Chainsaw Massacre.
Yeah, basically.
Which had been very financially successful a few years earlier.
Yeah, it's a successful model. Why not copy it?
Yeah, totally. But how well do we think they did? I mean, I leave it absolutely open to you for anything you'd like to focus on.
Yeah, let's. I'm just trying to think. Should we talk about Chad's character?
Oh, rock on.
Yeah. So, again, for those who haven't seen the film, Chad's character, who is Nick Jones, Wade has reservations about him coming along to the ball game because basically he's been in and out of trouble with the law, yada yada yada. And at the beginning of the film, he's kind of like portrayed as, he's almost like doing this like sort of hard man routine, like, you know, I don't give a shit, nothing bothers me, yada yada yada. One thing, and he's quite upset at Carly, so there's this tension between the two of them, not a sexual one, because he's convinced that she basically like shopped him to the police over a stolen car, and she denies it, says that the car wasn't even, like, she didn't even know the car was stolen, yada yada yada. But it later emerges that it wasn't actually Nick who stole the car. it was his friend who. Why is he not here in the cast? Bloody hell. Dalton. It
Oh,
was his friend Dalton who'd
yeah.
actually stolen the car, and essentially Nick had taken the fall for it because, as he mentioned, he's got a rap sheet. His rap sheet's long enough already. What's one more? As opposed to Dalton, who, for all intents, appears to be, has a squeaky clean record. But Dalton's quite. He looks up to Nick and emulates him a lot. But so we go from a guy who has. He's quite dislikable, actually. He's quite a bit of a dick to begin with.
Oh, you do not like him at all
No,
in the beginning.
he's an arse. He's an arse to Wade for no good reason. He is just a bit belligerent, and he's mostly sulking. But as soon as he has that bit of dialogue where the reveal is, oh, actually, no, I didn't steal the car. You stole the car. I'm just taking the fall for you. His character almost sort of like does this sort of like 180, if you will. Or it's more of I'd say it's more of a 125-degree turn because he still has a bit of edge, if you will. But it's quite apparent that, oh, hang on a minute, no, he's actually a good guy, so therefore we should be rooting for him. Don't know if you got that vibe.
I did. They give him a, as you say, they take him away from just being a total a-hole to the point where he sort of does have to be the champion, really, which is quite nice. Like, he cares about his sister on some level. He's protective of her, but it's also, I've got to be honest, I was not sold on the he's not such a bad guy. He took a rap for his friend. It's like, I don't know, but he also seems like a massive criminal still. And that particular crime he didn't do, but he's still enabling a criminal. I don't know.
Yeah,
I don't know if I'm sold, but
he kind of has. I mean, I think the film tries to give it in wrestling terms. They try to give him this sort of face turn. He starts off as the mega heel, and then like but by the end they want him to become a baby face. But it's kind of like Roman Reigns pre-tribal chief era, where no matter what they did to try and push him as like the new face of the company after Cena, nothing would work. And I kind of felt like this had sort of a similar effect. It's like, yes, okay, he didn't do this one crime, but he's still an arsehole. He doesn't, he didn't, there's no reconciliation between him and Wade, let's say. I mean, not that the film gives us an opportunity to get that, but he doesn't even seem really that bothered about Wade's situation either. And understandably so to a degree, because obviously his main concern would, of course, be his sister. Again, for strictly non-sexual reasons.
You say that,
but his priority would, of course, be his sister. But at the end of the day, that's still her boyfriend, and you'd think that there'd be an element of, okay, well, let's find out what's happening. Let's find out what's happened to him. Then, do you know what I mean? It's just sort of like, he'll get a new boyfriend. Don't worry.
He seems definitely ready to get out of there, but they do a good job of like foregrounding why they can't just get out of there. Dalton's got the keys, etc. She insists on going after Wade. That people hate on this film, but it's quite nicely done how they move people around. It's got its stupid moments, but there is some very competent stuff in there, very nicely done. And him stepping into the role as just like protector, I think works. He does very well when he gets to show that the non-civilized approach is actually the way to go. He gets results.
Yeah.
I like that. I think that was nicely done.
Yeah, because definitely he doesn't have that. He doesn't have that sort of like nice goody two shoes sort of attitude that I suppose Wade does. He does seem a bit too laid back and non-confrontational. Like the scene where they are camped out and and that truck pulls up. Remember?
Yeah.
They're all sort of like questioning.
I think I've got it.
Yeah, they're all sort of they're like quite hesitant. Can you
one of them's even dressed as Elton John?
Yeah,
the guard is right down,
but gayer from the. And he's like,
I mean, he is from Scary Movie, right?
Yeah,
Ray probably did have a right go on him.
Yeah, that was funny, man. He was like, "You look like Elton John, but gay," and he's like, "Elton John's gay." But yeah, I mean, he's
This should make me look gay.
yeah.
No. Well, what if by
What about
now?
now? But yeah, Nick's nah, you got to do it. Nick's character, though, he's the only one who really sort of steps up and like takes action, you know, by lobbing the beer bottle at the headlight, which actually is quite key because it then helps Carly, Alicia Cuthbert's character, identify that, oh snap, this is the truck that we saw that we saw at the camp the night before.
Yeah, it's a nice little reveal.
Realize, yeah, which makes obviously realize that, oh, we're in danger.
Yeah, it's a nice little reveal. He's results orientated. You almost expect him to be the one who gets offed. Like he's going to have to sacrifice himself, and we're down to our final girl.
Yeah,
they don't do it.
No,
it was nice.
Which is it's a bit of a different, especially for horror films at that time. Well, just any time really. You know, the whole final girl trope. You would expect, like some sort of heroic sacrifice or something like that, you know. But yeah, like you say, it doesn't come. Yeah, interesting. Yeah.
What has come is a super chat from Tasteful Thickness, sending in $2. Thank you very much. No comment, just money. But thank you very much. Cheers, Tasteful Thickness.
They did say earlier, 8mm has a reverse mask moment too. What were you expecting, Satan?
Yeah, it is a nice, and we do like 8mm around here. We do. Excellent stuff. Excellent. Yeah, a very banal evil in that film. Excellent. Yeah, it's a nice focus on him. I liked some of the. We've been pretty positive about this film. I do think we need to drop some of its elements on it. World. Go for it.
I was going to say, I like how they were trying to be clever with the whole Siamese twin thing. It was quite in your face though. Like after you get the reveal through the photos of the baby, like in the news, in the newspaper clippings, that these were Siamese twins and they'd been separated at birth. Oh my god, yeah, that's a thing. Oh my god! But then you get like two really just in your face moments. The first being when Carly's character runs into that room upstairs, and then you get Vincent like pierce the door with a knife and just slowly cut through the wax, and then there's this wax Siamese twin baby, and it just cuts through the exact spot where they would have been separated. There's that, and then right at the end of the film, when Vincent's like thrown off of the stairs and he lands right on top of Beau, again in that exact sort of conjoined position.
Yes.
It's kind of like
it's nicely done.
It's nicely done, but it's like, oh my lord, like that. It's in your face.
Yeah, it's like, okay, there we go. We got it. We get what happened. All right.
Now
cool.
So yeah, you talk about Chad and Alicia's romantic angle to this film, but come on, at the very end of the film, two brothers laying on top, one's face down, backside up, the other one just boom straight in.
Not the first time.
I'm just saying. And you know, they are they appear to be two gentlemen from that sort of area of the country, you know, Sweet Home Alabama.
Yeah, it's boring, you know, you can't be making wax models all night.
Exactly.
But they do make an interesting choice that, like, clearly Beau is dominant and Vincent is, you know, kind of like House of Wax, the original. You know, he's basically the mute assistant, the way Charles Bronson was.
Yeah.
They're really on. I'm stretching that, guys. I mean, there's just a totally different film. Bloody hell, you know. But yeah, Beau is the psychopath. Actually, you know, you want the subversive thing. Lawrence is saying deeply subversive. There is a bit of a deeply subversive standard message in this. We get a cold open set in what we presume is a 1950s. Rather upsetting.
1974, I think it is.
Oh, okay, cool. They may have even said it. I'm sorry, I forgot when. So they they show us the childhood of Beau and Vincent. They also subtly show you a third baby chair, letting you know there's a third one that they don't talk about, even if they go out of their way to sort of hide it. I would say they go a little misleadingly far to hide that there's a third kid, but we'll let them have it.
That's really clever because I missed that.
Oh right,
yeah,
cool.
I missed that because it's not until right at the very end of it's not right until the very end of the film that they do that whole big reveal. So that, mate, that's a good spot.
See, it's not all that daft. There's some good stuff in this. So yeah, it's a rather upsetting scene of you never see the kids' faces, which of course also kind of makes it you might dodge some maybe low quality child acting, but it also has an alienating effect that you just never see the faces. It helps keep it. It makes it quite disturbing and uncanny.
Yeah, and it also sort of leaves the door open as to which one's which in terms of, because again, I think the assumption would be that Vincent would be the one kicking off. Do you know what I mean? Being the problem child, but yeah, as I say, it sort of inverts that.
Yeah, we have pretty categorical proof, like from seeing the hands, that it's Beau who's the one who kicks off. And there's a bit of a, actually, of the evil twin and the good twin, it was the handsome twin who was the evil one. Mwahaha. Deeply subversive. It's like, nah, I see you, screenwriters. I see what you're up to. In real, I mean, I don't want to come off all Ed Dutton here, but in real life, the handsome chads tend to actually be pretty good people, and the people who look like Antifa members tend to be
Antifa members. Yeah.
I'm just saying, look at some Antifa mugshots. I mean, I think you'll I think I'll clear that right up for you. I'm just saying, putting that out there. Anyway, so slightly standard, vaguely subversive cinematic messaging that got put in there, but we'll allow it because it's so standard. Everywhere does this. So apart from that, I would also say effective opening.
Yeah,
it was upsetting. It was grim. It was mysterious.
Yeah, I know you sort of jokingly said about dodgy children acting, but I thought they were all quite good for this scene, especially the kid having that like mental like breakdown.
Yeah, I think they avoided the chance of bad acting. Like, they don't show the faces, which saves it for you.
Yeah, that's true.
But it also, I think, just makes it more memorable. It hides the mystery as well because they want to do the switcheroo on which kid was which.
That's it. Yeah.
Multiple levels in that one.
Yeah, I was to say I'd personally say it would be more to do with the reveal, like the wrists. Oh my god, he's Beau, not the other one. Oh no, he's the naughty kid. Oh dear. Not that it would have really made I suppose it would have made a difference because the kid, the mask. Okay, yeah, I'm overthinking it. But yeah, no, I still can't get over the fact. And also, actually, I will say, he does sort of take it on as a learned behavior later on when he does take Alicia into the into sort of like the ground floor of the garage, and he straps her in the same way that his mum used to do to him, like you got the belts and then you've got the duct tape as well. So that's quite. I thought that was quite a nice little touch, a bit of a learned behavior there.
Yeah, it was. I think there's a thing of trying to do the good twin and the evil twin is slightly moot when Vincent is given a sort of chance to redeem, and and he does not redeem. Which he appeals to his character, and he doesn't go for it. So
yeah, I dug that. I was all right with that.
Yeah, I just think I know I can't get the words right, but it seems like it doesn't work when you're trying to do this. Oh, which one was the evil one? They're both evil.
They're both evil. Yeah,
They've killed and made into wax like hundreds of people.
Exactly. Yeah.
They're
Like, you
both
can't-
wrong uns.
Yeah. Oh no, but you see, Vincent was just manipulated by his evil brother. It's like, nah, come on.
Mm.
Come on.
Hello, Empire 2.0.
I
Yeah,
know.
haven't seen you in a while, mate.
What is
a
going
blast
on?
from the past. Welcome. Very nice to have you back. I
Little
knew you
comment?
couldn't resist. It's the allure of Paris Hilton's horror debut. I knew, it'd bring people in.
They always come back.
Yeah. So I think it just
I had to return some videotapes.
and any luck getting the cranberry tape out of your bed sheets? Cranberry sauce out of the bed sheets. I know that they tend to mess that up. So I hear.
Don't worry, Empire. We'll waive those late fees.
Yeah. Some very fine Chardonnay you're not drinking. Sorry. I mustn't go into it. Don't just look at it. Eat it. Once you start those, you can't stop.
It's like
gosh.
Pringles. But yeah, the bit when she was just like, "You don't have to do this, Vincent. You don't have to do this." It's like, yeah, he's gonna. Like,
He does.
Why wouldn't he? Yeah.
Yeah. He may have been bullied by the other one, but he's not. He's no saint. Nice try.
Still his brother. Still his brother, and you still threw him. Yeah, you still killed him, or like, yeah, you still killed his brother. Like, he's not going to be like, oh yeah, actually,
Yeah, let it go.
Yeah.
Here's a. Oh, I mean, that's another thing I think we could talk about. I don't think I have it really here, but let's get this up because it's handy. Bo changes out of his suit into a boiler suit.
Yeah.
And Vincent is wearing a kind of featureless mask.
Yeah.
Where have I got? I've got a good one of him here. Between the two of them, they're kind of Michael Myers.
Yeah.
If you take out the long hair, kind of Michael Myers.
I see it.
This film, I swear, is like harvesting from the different films that would be remade in the Platinum Dunes way.
It's just the mask is less William Shatner and more Tommy Wiseau. I'm sorry.
It is.
If Tommy Wiseau had had a Halloween mask, and you just cut the eyes out.
Yeah, post-stroke Tommy Wiseau. It's true.
Oh.
I've seen him live. He is special.
Amazing.
Very special. Also, yeah, we didn't even mention where Paris Hilton gets offed. Where does she die?
Oh, go on.
She runs into kind of out of nowhere. She runs into somewhere full of pipes, boiling. She basically runs into the. I don't want to call it like a warehouse. I want to call it like a boiler room. But like the boiler room from Nightmare on Elm Street, they found a set that looks like that.
Yeah.
This film is subtly trying to take the imagery from all the big boys.
Yeah, definitely.
I see what you're doing.
It is just a mishmash, isn't it? Really,
it is. But when we're talking about the conflict between the brothers, it is nice to highlight another kind of nice bit that they did. They found a poster for Whatever Happened to Baby Jane, a kind of classic psychological horror, with a doll's face on the cover. So, similar to the Waxworks, but it's about a brutal psychological conflict, bullying relationship between siblings with a sort of mysterious, tragic past.
Okay.
If you're wondering why the heck they went for this film, of all films to feature.
Oh, is this the film? Whatever Happened to Baby Jane? Right. Okay.
Yeah, this is the one that they advertise as playing in the cinema.
Right. Okay. Cool. Brilliant.
Good. Yeah.
I thought this scene was a bit dumb.
Oh yeah.
I mean, the first thing he does is
through what happens in this scene for people who haven't seen the movie.
Yeah. So Bo's been chasing down Nick and Carly, and they run into the theatre. And in their infinite wisdom, not so much Nick's infinite wisdom, but Carly's, she decides the best hiding place would be in one of the seats, in one of the aisles, and she would just pretend to be one of the props. And excuse me. And for this, I just thought it was a bit dumb, because one of the first things he does when he gets in there is he actually counts the heads. See, and I'm thinking to myself, like, okay, well, he knows he's going to know immediately in the offset, because presumably, if he's counting them, he knows how many there should be. And so, oh, hang on, they're off. And also, it's not that dark in there.
No.
And he's got a wide field of view. I can't see how he just wouldn't immediately pick her out of the crowd.
I'd also throw out,
she never popped.
How did it activate and play when they walked into it? Like
what, the film?
Yeah, just like all the lights coming on and the film starting to play. Like, how did that activate? Like, who did that?
Sensors, maybe. I mean, the town was rigged. There might be ways to get around. You might be able to explain away certain things through just the virtue of the town being rigged.
It seemed a bit of a stretch for me.
Yeah,
that it was able to do that.
It's more of a headcanon thing, I think. It's not. It's just convenient, I think. Like again, when they're a bit later on in the film, when they're in their house, Bo and Vincent's house, and they're in the basement bit, and he's like, oh, there must be a light around here somewhere, and he starts like flicking all the fuses. And obviously you see the town turn into a bloody disco, which then alerts them to where they are. I just feel like that would have been a bit silly, because like, the difference between a light switch and a fuse. It's
that. I mean, there were several silly moments. Let's be honest.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's an interesting one that they did this year. The
sorry,
dear.
Empire.
Oh
again.
dear, Empire. Hey, actors need a nice meaty role, right? So they can really get their teeth into.
Brilliant.
Not too much teeth, though.
No.
Anyway, we'll move on. Yeah, it's one of those set pieces. I mean, it looks all right, but if you think about the logic of it, I'm still not convinced this could just like automatically play. I think I'm not sold on that. And when they come out, they shoot him. I like that he was shot twice, but I don't like that they then just sort of leave him.
Yeah, I know.
Like, let's look for ammo. Oh, we can't get any ammo for his gun. Nuts. How about you take the crossbow bolts out, because they'll work again. Just pull them out of him, and then you've reloaded your crossbow. Lovely.
Well, I mean, in fairness, they learn that lesson later on in the film when Alicia Cuthbert just like goes full on Negan with the baseball bat on his face. But yeah, in that moment, I was sitting there because obviously I was watching it with my boy, and I was like, "Hit him, hit him! Why are you standing there? Hit him! What? No, just hit him! Just hit him! Just
do it!
Well, God's sake!" And then they run off, and so you can see that he's not hitting any vital areas. It's like he's got an arrow to the thigh, I think, and not in the side of the leg, and then another one in the just sort of close to the shoulder, sort of. It doesn't look. It don't look like vital areas. Just cave his head in, for Christ's sake! What are you doing?
They failed.
The crossbow will do the job.
They failed horror film logic.
Yes.
Speaking of failing horror film logic, Alicia Cuthbert, in the end, it's all going down. It's getting messy. What does she do? Instead of going out the front door, she runs up the stairs. Instead of going out the front door, it's insulting. Now, is she a big-breasted girl who can't act? That's too harsh. I wouldn't say that, but
no, they're reasonable.
Sorry, if people aren't following the Scream quotations, you gotta be fluent in Scream for this stream.
Yeah.
Otherwise, it'll sound weirder than it is. Oh dear.
Yeah, she's not packing Hendrix size ones, so to be fair, she should be making smarter decisions.
I don't know. I'll just have a looking sultrily there, bro.
I think you're supposed to take for granted that they stripped the sugar mill after it shut down, so maybe the factory had sensors. That's what I was in my head canon. That's the only that's how I would explain something like that. You trip a sensor, it activates the film, and the rest goes on. Or like, you know, you get to certain parts of the town, and you know, like when that clever mechanic with that woman looking out of the curtain, and then
Oh yeah.
you know, even after Alicia realizes that that like all the town's wax, she for a moment still thinks, oh, hang on, there is a woman in a house, only to find out, oh no, it's actually another waxwork.
That was so cheeky, but I loved it.
Yeah.
It's very funny. So maybe something worth mentioning. Naturally, you know, in 1953, when they made House of Wax with Vincent Price, you can't show what was shown in here. But I would say this film really upped the gore level. Like there were some impressive bits. I'm thinking particularly of when oh no,
I'm just making it up to
Patrick.
Sorry,
You've summoned the Hendrix again.
It's like a Crossroads demon.
A Crossroads demon, is she?
Yep.
Oh, that would have been a good guest role.
Yeah.
Now we talked about Wade's death. Yeah, Wade's death when his ankle is cut. I would throw that out when Bo cuts off the end of Carly's finger.
Yeah, that's another one.
Nasty.
Yeah,
that gave me the wins. You know.
Yeah, less effective for me personally, but still, it's the bit where he sort of catches it at first. So he doesn't just instantly snap it, cut it off. It's the bit where he grabs it. That for me was the bit where I was a bit like, oh, and then snap.
Yeah, like effective.
Yeah,
very effective.
But then on the flip side, yes, she's got her mouth glued, but you know, if she's still going like she's still making a noise that really, and she's right by a bloody drain, so it's not as if like she's in a soundproof room or anything silly like that. Chad would hear that. Come on.
Oh yeah. Yeah, absolutely. But you know, kudos to her. She fought back. She's not a girl boss, but she is a fighting woman.
She has that final girl energy.
She does. I thought it was a very good performance. I'd like to see more from her. Unfortunately, the next one she did was Captivity, which was an absolute gash.
Yeah. Because what you want in a fangirl, in a final girl, sorry, and she does it in this one, is you want them to see, you want them to overcome the obstacles in the film, but you don't want it to be just a walk in a park like a Mary Sue situation. Like they have to struggle for it, they have to survive, they have to be vulnerable, they have to be. There has to be sort of like an element of almost like hopelessness, but you know there is an unwavering perseverance.
Yeah, it's catharsis.
And
they must suffer, come through it, overcome.
Exactly. And that happens with this character wonderfully.
Yeah, she has to work for it. You know, she tries various tactics, but she is in the fight. You know, she is swinging a bat alongside her brother.
Yeah.
When it goes down in this, admittedly, I'm going to say quite impressive fight scene. I like the setting, the underground lair.
Yeah.
The way this guy, Vincent, basically charged at them. It's good. It's a good fight.
Yeah. What did you think of that? What did you think of the whole concept of the house being wax, like everything being wax?
Oh, I'm very glad you asked. Wait, I need to Google something.
Okay.
And I can't believe I didn't get it. I should have got it up. I think got it. There we go. Right. I apologize for posting from Reddit here, but
you're forgiven.
Got it. This is what I thought of when you asked, like, how do I feel about the House of Wax actually being wax? This
The AI prompt was salmon in the river, so majestic. What?
Yeah,
What?
yeah.
Quite literally, yeah. Okay.
The AI does not have the context to and so just says, "Oh yeah, I'll use that salmon. That's the thing that that turns up most in my in my search.
Okay.
Yeah, let's go for it." It does not have the context, and so when the House of Wax was literally made of wax. Oh gosh, how do I share again? Sorry, I've derped. You know me. I've got a boomer at once. When the house was literally made of wax, I thought, yeah, this is like the salmon in the river. It's I called this stream the horror remake that did not do the reading because it's like it's got nothing to do with the original House of
Quite
Wax
literally,
whatsoever.
yeah.
And when it's like, yeah, the house is literally wax, I was like, oh, yes. Context fail on GPT.
Yeah, I just wondered where the hell they got all that wax from to do stuff like that.
Some of it was peanut butter.
Was it?
Yeah, peanut butter. I was reading into the making of, and there is, by the way, if you want lots more details of this movie, there is a rather lovingly put together version of this made by Scream Factory. And as you will be unsurprised, Scream Factory absolutely load their releases out with extras. So if you want lots more information in the film, go for the Scream Factory. In fact, they're unsurprisingly doing a Halloween sale at the moment, so you can try and pick it up there. But yeah, some of the scenes they use peanut butter, and in the scene where she's on the bed, she got stuck in the peanut butter. Oh no! Jesus! Oh no!
Right.
No!
Play it back. No, I'm joking.
No.
Don't play it back. Do not play it back.
No. Once per year is enough. Deeply subversive.
Yeah.
Deeply subversive review.
Woo.
Yeah. Clever. I thought clever. Oh, what's going on here? Yeah. It's it's very bravura. You know, it's very big concept. It's quite stupid.
Yeah, it's ridiculous.
It's quite unrealistic. You're like, okay, they it's just like where would they get this from? Yeah. Realistically, how would this happen? Is it necessary? It's really not necessary. And it one of the persistent problems of this film is I just wonder what happens when no one is visiting?
Yeah.
But if you want, the counterpoint to that is they get a tip off from their third bro who's doing the hillbilly, who's probably going to be able to say to them, hey, on a radio, yo, I'm sending 2 your way.
Yeah.
Get the routine going. So, but I found myself wondering, but I haven't really thought of that. But I was wondering, so are they just doing the funeral every day, or?
Yeah, it's a bit mundane, isn't it? I mean, what's the end goal of all this? I mean, because they make reference to, you know, like our mother's vision's almost complete. Like we've almost finished what our mother started. It's like, okay, but what did she start? It looks like she started a business.
Yeah.
But what are you creating? What's the reason for it? It's just there somehow in this like old home in this like old small town that's like essentially a ghost town because everyone's moved out because opportunities became limited.
Yeah,
so much so to the point where the GPS doesn't register this place, and
there's sort of the sub commentary that runs through a lot of horror movies, especially horror movies in the South. You know, Texas Chainsaw obviously being one reference point about kind of how can I say, a fear from modernity about the past.
Yeah.
Like places that have not moved on are creepy to them. Like
Yeah.
I read it as almost like a guilt thing, almost like
Yeah.
you think about in Psycho when Norman talks about how basically their business was destroyed by a modernization of the highway.
Yeah.
A similar comment is made in Texas Chainsaw.
Yeah.
Here in this, I guess there's almost a thing about like trying to preserve the past, trying to preserve
Yeah.
the old way, especially like the old way of horror, and keeping it in wax. Actually, to do that is horrific, and you've got to move on.
Yeah.
I don't know if there's how much of that is intended, but I was wondering about it.
I mean, I think, yeah. I mean, I know. I'm pretty sure they make a reference to like the roads, like the main roads closing off, or like that there was or new roads being built that meant that the roads that led into that town were no longer being used.
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
like,
the
there
factory
was
closes down and then all the jobs go there.
exactly,
Yeah.
that sort of trope in these sorts of films. Yeah.
Mm.
But yeah, it's just weird. I mean, that's a really good question as to what sort of Bo and Vincent would do in their spare time, because it did seem very. Well, I mean, it was all set up. Like everything was sort of orchestrated from that moment on when they walked into the town. And so I do think that perhaps the third one, the third brother, I think you're right. I think he must be actively involved in some way, like as almost like recruitment, if you will. But yeah.
And I can see a thing like you see all those cars around the town. You can imagine if they get a decent stream of people through, you don't have much in the way of living expenses. You sell a car, that'll probably fund you.
Yeah, I suppose, yeah.
They made a point of showing that they store people's stuff up. So if they need money, they can go and flog it. But no,
but then there's a risk of it being traced back to them. Especially if you talk about cars, they're going to have chassis numbers, potential, obviously registration numbers, presumably if they're not changing them. There'll be logs that'll register previous owners.
I guess
then,
so.
of course,
they might have some way of fencing it, But...
Yeah, I mean, like cash. Obviously, they could do cash transactions. They could use aliases. So
maybe the world building isn't as bad as I might have thought. Thinking about it, probably ways it could do it.
Yeah, there are ways. I mean, again, they could have connections outside of the town that they could use to like almost essentially like launder effectively, like the stolen goods, make them clean again so they can recirculate them, i.e. cut and shut jobs on cars or something. But again, it's a lot of it's headcanon though. Like we're sort of you don't want to sort of like fill in the gaps for the film. That the film should really be doing that. Should be plugging those gaps for you. I know I know the EFAP crew don't like headcanon. But it's interesting to think about. But yeah, I feel like
we get hints of it. I can't exactly imagine like a yearly order of more wax, like mega wax.
Could you imagine that?
Another 5 vats of wax.
Yeah.
I mean, I get the thing about the headcanon. It's you want to know that the world. You kind of need an explanation for an extraordinary world. But I've got to say, and this might be quite informed by the fact I'm rewatching Better Call Saul at the moment, but I kind of like how that will not explain things. It will give you enough that you can probably work out how something happened. But if it wouldn't make sense for a character to suddenly give a soapbox monologue and explain things in great detail, then it doesn't happen. And it trusts me to put it together. And I'm like, I like that.
I get that. I'm not a big fan of the old expo dumps, especially like, but something subtle, like at the end of the film, like they could have had a truck coming in with wax. Like, oh my god, what's happened here? Like, do you know what I mean? Oh, that's how they get it. Or they could have made reference to just like in a brief bit of dialogue, something like that. That just sort of like just gives that little bit of information for you to go, oh, okay. but yeah, there's no sort of indication as to where they get all this wax from, whether it's homemade. Oh god. In which case, how many cotton buds do they have to buy?
Absolute S ton of candles.
Yeah.
They are less suspicious, just hundreds and hundreds of candles. We'll reuse it. You know something I wondered about in this? It's a really stupid question. By the way, sorry, before I go further, thank you, everyone. Sorry, very generous, sending in another super chat, $2, saying that the hillbilly made it smell so bad that no one checked him yet. He's a ward. He's a ward as well. He's a multi-purpose hillbilly. And I will say also, in addition to your comment, Adam, thank you very much again. Patrick Batman has pointed that it's racism about people from the South. I really, really want to do a couple of arcs about how horror films display people from the sort of Southern American states. Like, that is a deep topic we could go into. Kind of like how our folk horror was about like people in English cities being fearful about their values being rejected for older ways. Oh my goodness, is there a lot of Hollywood worrying about those awful Appalachians. So yeah, that's a couple of arcs that we have to do, but we really should do it. We'll touch on it a little bit in this, by the way, because we are absolutely going to cover the Hills Have Eyes, which is a very loaded film in that area. I failed. So the weird thing I was looking for, TCG.
Yeah.
I was trying to find the answer to the question of, does your film get in trouble for a mannequin's boob?
Does your film get in trouble for a mannequin's boob?
Yeah, like it's not a real boob, but it looks like a boob. So does your film get sort of nudity points if you've got a mannequin's boob in it, as this film has?
It does.
I haven't got a screenshot of them, but you get a sort of early close-up of Vincent working on them.
That's right.
That's meant to be Emma Lung's character, who we mentioned briefly.
Taking a lot of time and care and effort. Oh, is it? Okay. Oh, so he's actually... Oh, right, okay.
Yeah, her storyline is basically totally cut out of the movie. You just see her final wax corpse.
Just see her.
Only if they're 12. Yay!
Brilliant. Yeah. No, so it's basically her role was reduced down to her tits, basically. Okay. I hear you.
I think there were stunt boobs as well.
Keir Starmer looked
based
like
on what I
boob.
saw of her in Triangle, but yeah, I just got wondered because they're very detailed and you get quite loving close-ups of them, but they're also sort of slightly obscured by wax. So I just wondered if, I mean, you know, Team America.
I do know Team America.
Like, stuff's going on. Like, there's a rather gratuitous sex scene, but it involves puppets, and that is stated on the back of the DVD case. You know.
Yeah, I mean,
gratuitous sex, all involving puppets.
Did the Friday the 13th remake get in trouble for boobs? And we've got like perfect nipple placement, baby, going on there. Stupendous, even.
Oh.
Favorite quote ever.
Amazing times. I tried to find out basically, like, well, I'm just saying, like, the puppet boobs in Team America were like noted, but not treated as hard as like if you just had that with that scene with its actions with humans.
Right.
So I just wondered, how did they handle realistic looking nudity from a mannequin? I couldn't find any information on how they treated this.
I would hazard a guess and say, because bearing in mind it was only a 15 still film. The film was only a 15, so I imagine they probably would have gone artwork argument. You know, would you censor a statue of a naked woman, let's say, or would you?
Yeah, there's a fine question.
Yeah,
there's a fine question. It's It's a tricky one. I could not find a definitive answer. I think like nudity in classical artwork, they probably decided to take a lenient view of it. But of course, this was made by Americans. It went for a nice R rating, and the R rating, it can land at 18 or 15 for us. It's a
Right.
weird one. So I'm not certain. It ended up a 15 in the UK.
Yeah.
Wait,
And
did it actually? I'm
It
pretty
did,
sure
yeah.
it did.
It was a 15, yeah. And I'm
There we
pretty
go.
sure that was by virtue of there not being. I think there was only one F word in it.
Yeah, they cut down the swearing. This was a slightly edited down version,
Yeah.
so it was made a little bit tamer.
Yeah, I was gonna say because our censors they don't mind they don't mind you saying shit, but if you throw out too many F bombs, you get you get whacked with the old 18 one. I know that.
Well, they've got increasingly lenient, but
Have
what?
they? Okay.
Well, yeah. So just lots of old things are getting reviewed and being rated down. So the example I was given at the moment is The Shining went from an 18 to a 15 recently.
Right.
But more and more swearing is getting in. But it's the big thing that gets you in trouble is sort of naughty thoughties. If you've got anything that they count as discrimination, then you are very hardly judged. So you've got to watch out for that. But yes, anyway, you get a decent amount for your money. I wouldn't have necessarily known that they cut this down to make it a bit more tame.
Do you know, as you were talking about ratings, I had to check Rotten Tomatoes because we haven't done that in a while, have we?
It's worth doing. It's always nice to get a sort of look into what's going on there. What have they said about this film?
So the critics rated it 27%.
Oh,
But the but the actual real life people who have souls and integrity still only gave it 44%.
oh,
I feel like
it seems harsh.
that is really harsh.
Seem rather harsh. A lot of effort is put into this. It's
Yeah.
not boring, and there's quite a bit of nice subtext in. I mean, let's just get this in. Paris's
Yeah.
death.
Yeah.
I think this was already mentioned by someone in chat, but
It's a shame. It's a shame it didn't go through her mouth. Let's be honest. I mean, the just for the pure like lols of it.
I mean, the fact that he records her,
Yeah.
with like what that looks like.
Yeah.
It does look like it's going through her mouth.
Like
they know exactly what they were doing.
Yeah. Yeah.
If anyone is not following the subtext of this, gosh, do we need to say it? Paris Hilton got some notoriety for a sex tape called One Night in Paris that was released. So the film has a few references to it, and finally seeing her just like she meets her end, her little death, if you will, being recorded with a massive pole in her face. It's like, oh, hose of wax.
Brilliant.
Adam cinched it. Well done. Done.
I'm just looking through these reviews. I mean,
Yeah.
some of them are right. I mean, there's quite a few 4 stars, 4.5s, 3, but there's this 1 star by Dinos K that's caught my eye. Paris has better performances on her sex tapes. Yeah, that's all it said.
Oh dear.
Horror fans only, but for this is a 3.5 star. Horror fans only, but for them, it's better than a lot of trash and worth one watch. I've watched it a few more times. But
It's
yeah,
alright.
it's a good film.
It does. Yeah. Could it lose 10 minutes? Sure, but
yeah,
it's high effort. What I like is that this was not phoned in. They made an effort. They put a lot of thought into this.
I agree. Yeah, I agree. I feel like this is much. Yeah, no, this is. Yeah, I feel like they've been raw dogged on this one.
Jesus, raw. This used to be such family friendly Stream.
Well, the thing is, we've been doing this for nearly 5 years. Well, actually, no, probably longer than 5 years now. Horror show. I think our audience has grown up.
They've grown up
So,
with us, so they can
yeah.
hear a bit of raw dogging and dog pilling. And
Yeah, you've seen that on Netflix, that Ed Gein not documentary, that show.
I haven't actually.
No. Well, 5 years on Saturday was when I started the true crime content, and I started it
Ooh.
off with Ed Gein. 5 years.
5 years.
Jesus.
Feel old yet?
Yeah, I feel old yet. But already I watched Bearing's video because he was talking about iDubbbz today. Sorry, I just got completely off topic for a moment.
No,
but he kept using Ed Gein references, like basically saying that iDubbbz is turning into Ed Gein because of just how creepy the guy is now. He did some sort of southern accent, I'll say, and they just really reminded me of Ed Gein. But he was using clips from the show, and he was talking about bits where, like, Ed Gein apparently had this girlfriend. He was like doing a thing with a thing that he shouldn't have been doing.
What, off-roading?
I'd say he. I don't really know how to frame it from a YouTube sense, but
oh, she had passed, and he was still gaining enjoyment from her?
Yeah. To me, it seems like they're being very, very, very creative with this particular story, and like the Dharma stuff, it kind of puts me off. I mean, for starters, as far as I know, Ed Gein didn't have a girlfriend. Nothing in my research when I did that years ago suggested that. And also, there's no documented evidence that he ever did anything romantic with a person who has moved on to pastures new. In fact, he reportedly said that he wasn't interested in doing that because the smell was too bad. Adam, thank you for the 199. If you do, oh yeah, I was gonna say if you were going to watch the Ed Gein one, just be wary. I called him Ed Gein in it, and I got ripped for that by some people in the comments. I learned my lesson.
Oh bless. Watch that, and then watch the latest as well.
Well, I'm thinking of going live at some point this week and actually doing a live reaction to that video.
Fun.
because I did actually watch it the other day, and I was like, yeah, I've got to do a proper live reaction to this, because honestly, compared to what I do now, oh my god, it's awful. No, thank you, man. Yeah, appreciate it. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you very much, Adam. Sorry. Cheers. Yeah. Well, at this point, shall we maybe? I'd like to check in on the taxonomy of 2000s horror remakes, see how we're doing at the moment, get your thoughts on it, and then let's do our rating. Oh, before I do that, Lawrence, who's using a member chat, going, when will TCG stop ducking and cover Laura Palmer?
Okay, I'm not familiar with that one. I'm sure you've mentioned it a ton of times. If we're resorting to member chats, I do apologise if I just.
That's Twin Peaks, mate. It's Twin Peaks.
Oh, for God. I literally just googled it now.
There we go. We do love it. If you want to hear more about Laura Palmer, it's going to be a while. Yeah, you can watch my coverage on Lotus Eaters, but we haven't gone in and filmed that yet. I am going in, but I'm not filming Lynch, so we'll get around to it. We just need to get Josh and I free at the same time, then we can do it. Anyway, thanks again, Lawrence. Right, I will move.
Oh, he actually meant Alice Palmer. Hang on a minute.
Go on, give that a look. Give that a look, and while you're looking that up, I will move on to our taxonomy tab and see. Chat, what do you think? Have I got it in there? Is that enough? That should do. You should be able to see that clearly enough, chat.
Yep.
Oh, why is it doing that annoying thing? Hang on. Let's get rid of all of those. There you go. There is our existing taxonomy for what makes something a 2000s horror remake. You know, I've left out that it happened in the 2000s. I think that's a bit of a freebie, we'll take it. But for this Platinum Dunes wave, by the way, I don't think I explained why I call it Platinum Dunes wave. That was one of the major production companies that made a load of them. So that's why I call it that. Sticks in the brain. It's another film reference.
It's Lake Mungo, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Brutal.
Bloody hell.
Don't look Amanda Palmer either. I'll save your time. That's Neil Gaiman's ex-wife.
Right. Keep them coming. Keep them coming.
Yeah, but super chat them.
Yes, yeah. You got to pay. Look, if you're gonna dunk on me, like you at least got to pay for it.
Exactly.
Deal?
So, what do you reckon to the taxonomy here? Is this all fair? Like, we've got an early 20s cast, like we've gone from adults of House of Wax to that sort of, how did Scary Movie call it? Like people in their late 30s playing early 20s.
Yeah. Yeah, they went more age appropriate with this one.
God.
Try Robert Palmer. He's simply irresistible.
Bravo.
I'm gonna look it up. I know, but I will quickly have a look.
Okay. I put down.
Hang on. This is gonna muck up my Google search history. I'm not gonna have to start like clearing it, am I?
Oh, who knows?
Singer songwriter.
Standard.
The first picture. I'm gonna send you the first. I'm gonna send you the first picture that is sent. That it showed.
All right.
It just. Oh. You can show chat as well. Sorry, I'm completely derailing it.
Is that to DMs?
Yeah. I'm literally the first picture that popped up.
Oh, hang on, it's come. Oh my.
Oh my, indeed.
Hang on. Why is it coming up like that? That's weird. Let me. There you go. Ooh wee. Ooh wee.
I'll tell you what, chat.
Simply irresistible.
As we're showing you this irresistible Robert Palmer, chat, you can return the favor now, and actually you can look up Colton Palmer. There you go. That's my task for you guys. Okay.
Excellent.
Anyway, sorry. Yeah.
No worries. So what I've put together, a little thought. Tell me if these are fair or not. But so we talked about early 20s cast. So even if they were more adult in the original, we're going to make them early 20s, late teens. Played dead straight, so take us seriously, gosh darn it. The kind of levity and campness is gone. They will fit in a nice bit of totty. I've got here a Hubsche Wench in a tank top. They're quite fond of like the tank tops.
Yes, they are.
Just like a little stylistic thing that tends to show up a lot. They managed to get in.
Like she actually had to like. I do like that. Chad lost his tank top and gave it to
Oh, it's not the only thing he lost to her.
Oh God.
Yes. New metal. I'm sure we all picked up the new metal playing a few times.
Yeah.
Risky CGI.
It did. Yeah.
I feel like I'm being harsh on that one, but
I don't think so. Some of the CGI was a bit dodgy in this film.
Yeah, it's early.
Yeah,
I think they were trying to advance stuff, like taking away part of someone's head. That's blooming tough.
Oh
to
yeah,
do.
no, I respect that.
Them.
It was more to do with the house itself.
Yeah, some of that looked a bit dodgy. Attempted psychological depth. Yeah. By that I mean like you don't learn a huge amount about Jason or Michael,
no,
or Victor Crowley or anyone like that. You're fine to have your slasher just be a bit evil, whereas here we're post 90s, post Hannibal Lecter, and we prefer our slasher villains to be a bit more disturbed childhood.
Hmm.
So I've thrown that in where they try and add a little bit into why the villain is evil. Memeified form of prior movie
Yeah.
might not make sense, but that's like it's more about doing a remake based on the cultural memory of the thing rather than things else. So, like, great example is Friday the 13th. Totally goes with Jason and not Mrs. Voorhees.
Right. Are you talking about the 2009 one, you mean?
Yeah. So
Yeah.
all these remakes, these are the ones that they basically try and make what you remember culturally from the film rather than maybe what the film actually is.
Yeah. I like that. Whether it applies to House of Wax or not is a different question. But
Oh yeah,
I do
does
like
not
that,
apply
yeah.
at all here.
No, not in this instance.
Pre-woke, kind of colorblind, yeah.
Yep.
And by pre-woke, I'll also include, well, not afraid to make a few spicy jokes that wouldn't make it through the sensitivity reading sessions these days. People will be called faggots, even when it's not referring to a nice, tasty pork dish that you can still get in Britain. Torture scene. Tends to like to throw a torture scene in.
Yes.
And I put that down largely to the success of Hostel, that they'll have thought, we'll put one in, and there's a little sample that we got in this one. They find their way in. So
yeah, I would go one step further and say that I suppose what happened to Wade in the wax making process, because obviously he's still alive, that's quite torturous.
True. So, like, we can build on this as we go, but I thought this was maybe a good start.
I think that's a really good start. Yeah, it's yeah. I would agree with a lot of that on there. In fact, all of it I would agree with, because, like I say, I mean, when sort of just going right back to the start of the stream when I said, like, this film really reminds me of, like, your sort of like your The Hills of Eyes, the Texas Chainsaw Massacre, especially. It carries, these films tend to carry sort of similar beats, similar tone. You know, even from a cinematography point of view, that they all seem to be quite similar in nature. So it was very sort of the time, and a lot of what you've identified there are things that were in these films. So yeah, I like it. I like it a lot.
Nice. We've got a strong basis to go from as we build our taxonomy. I guess from there, am I going to mess this up? I think I do this here. Chart.
Way.
All right. Where are we putting our lovely lady?
Right. If we're going, I mean, ultra faithful to in name only, I mean, it's got to be in name only, really, isn't it?
Yeah, there's no doubt on that. I'm going to shrink her down now. I don't know why I'm not keeping the aspect ratio here. This is... That'll do. Right, so we're definitely down here.
Oh,
I don't think we could be more in name only than that.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, especially if you, I mean, take again, because bearing in mind the 1953 film is a remake of another film, which was a adaptation of a book. So again, I don't know how faithful that is to the 53 version I'm talking about. I don't know how, I don't even know how faithful that was to the 33 film that came before it. But I would suspect that would be more faithful than what this turned out to be. And that's not to say, again, that's not to say it's a bad film. I bloody love this film. But yeah, if we're talking about like source material, it's just nicked the name and gone, oh, I don't need to read the book. It literally just says the house is made of wax. It's fine. Just go from there.
Yeah.
And I watched Texas Chainsaw a couple of years ago. Just take some shit from that. It's fine. It literally is what it is.
Yeah, that'll do.
A
People
house
like
made
that.
of wax?
No one cares. Sure.
Surely some hillbillies live in there.
Why not? Why not?
Yeah.
Yeah, you're not wrong. All right. So quality wise, where would you put it in burgers?
Right. Oh, okay. So typical burger rating. Okay.
Yeah, I thought I'd do that for our quality.
Yeah. Okay. For me, this one scores high. I mean, from a nostalgia point of view alone, the fact that it's got good old Sam Winchester in it. But what, and I think the pacing of the film's all right. I think it speeds up at the right points, it slows down at the right points. Again, the cinematography sort of reminiscent of that of an age of horror that I really. I do really like the 2000 style horror films, Texas Chainsaw, this film, even the Friday the 13th film. I like them. I would knock it down a little bit though, in terms of the CGI, because some of it is questionable, especially towards the end of the film with the house collapsing in on itself, and also the fact that, and you raise it, and it's a good point, but it does sort of it did sort of sit with me, and it's kind of like, what are these guys getting up to in their spare time when this is happening, when nothing's going on. It doesn't. There was a lot of unanswered questions essentially. Like, what were the plans of the house? What was the point in having a house made of wax? What was the mother's ambition that they were looking to finish off? That left me a little bit frustrated. That said, nod to Vincent Price.
Respectful nod.
Redeem some of it. I am going to give this 10.
Wow.
Yeah.
Unexpected. Well, I can't go as high as 10. Oh, you know what? I'll give mine, and then Murgoot, although who was not well enough for the stream, did send us his own review. So my own, I can't give it a 10. I think it's a good, enjoyable flick. People voting it down. I think that's just because of the Paris Hilton effect, and she is not even that bad.
No.
She is making out with her black boyfriend for a quite excessive amount of the movie, but she's not terrible. She's having fun. I think people are sort of reacting to an idea of Paris rather than what she actually is in this movie. So
yeah,
I don't think she's that bad. The funny thing with the hopping, I will look out for her in future now.
Watch it. Look for it. It's just as she's getting into just before she gets into the car.
I think so. The starter is 10. I am going to draw us back a bit. I think I come around to about a 7 of about a 7. There are some really nice touches in this. Much more effort than they ever needed to make. So I can't be mad at it, and it moves along. It's never boring. It's never boring. Good on him. Good on him. Right, going to Murgoot's point, because this was really good. Right. So pros, great soundtrack, good effects. Agreed. Cons, made the mistake of watching the 1953 version with Vincent, which and therefore the comparison is harsh. I'm gonna have to adjust. I'm going to rephrase how you've said this, Murgoot, because I've got to say this on YouTube. In the cinema scene, Murgoot was replicating behaviors we know and love from Brixton and Harlem, shouting in the theatre, "Don't go there, my educated scholar. You stupid engineer and doctor. Why did you do that?" So he was also not impressed with the cinema scene, bless him. Overall, he's gone for 6 burgers made of wax, lots of ketchup, and simulated pickles. It's dragging it down. So I think I think we're going to find ourselves at about the 7 point, and very much an in name only. So my brain is sort of saying, that is, it looks like it's poor, but it's only poor on the faithfulness column. It's actually very respectable on the actual quality rating there. No one can complain about it. 7 is a firm, yeah, give it a go. I think I also saw a super chat come in. Yes, Adam's Horror sent in another $2. Very much appreciated there, Adam. Thank you. Saying Marilyn Manson songs were a staple in 2000s horror. Absolutely. Whether it's like this or Blair Witch 2, Book of Shadows, or Resident Evil. Yeah, he gets around. I have no complaints about this. I like my Marilyn Manson back in the day. You got to balance out Sarah McLachlan, haven't you? Can't always be All Saints, can it, TCG? You get tired of Shaznay and Nicole, don't you?
Never, ever.
Bloody hell. That was too quick.
Yeah. Anyway, water under the bridge. Quick. Water under the bridge now.
Hey.
I had their album, on cassette.
I shouldn't be surprised.
It was my first ever album that I paid for with my own money when I was but a little boy. Yes.
Oh, I only bought their soundtrack song for The Beach.
No. Yeah.
That's a great little song. Was it Pure Shores or
something like that?
Yeah. Come for horror movie analysis. Stay for discussion of All Saints. The Appleton sisters, Shaznay, and the other one. Am I harsh? Can you name that? No, exactly. The Jim Core of All Saints. Brutal. All right. Well, I want to stay on the right side of Super Nanny. So we've done our ratings. I'll round things off. Just checking. Score-wise, I don't think we're too far out, folks. I saw a 2 out of 12 from Adam.
Oh.
So I don't...
What did you give it again?
I found myself at about a 7.
Okay.
It's like... There's some silliness, there's some nice touches. I wouldn't say I particularly love any of the characters, but there were some really nice touches in there. The overhead chase shot I particularly liked, and it was effective, like the fingernail being cut off. Oh my god, I winced. That's very strong. Good. If someone's like, should you watch it? Yeah, give it a go. It's a good time. It's absolutely like, don't watch this if you want like a searing psychological examination of like breakdown. Like, this is not Possession from Zalowski. It's not Funny Games. But if you want a fun horror movie, this is pretty good times.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not a bad film in the slightest. Is it perfect? No. Should Paris Hilton put you off watching it? Absolutely not. If anything, that should encourage you to watch it. Just to analyze her acting skills.
Oh, I've seen Adam's done a correction. Thank you. $2 saying to correct, which is extremely generous, I suppose, seeing as it was my mistake. I'm not going to complain though. Thank you very much. Saying it's 2 for the name only, overall a 6. Okay, that's very fair, and you're in line with Murgoot there. And I've only given it one burger more, but I do tend to be a bit generous on this. So yeah, agreed. Lovely. I think a good start for this little arc. The horror homework for next week. It's My Bloody Valentine, isn't it?
It's My Bloody Valentine indeed.
Brilliant. That's going to be a first watch for me. So find yourself the 2000s version of My Bloody Valentine. I've only seen the Canadian classic original.
Horror show. If you are watching it for the first time, please please find a DVD edition with the 3D glasses. It's a actually. Do I still have it? I think I've got it on DVD
Oh
still.
my goodness.
Why do I feel like I've got it on DVD? I think I might have it on DVD.
You have to raid the rack now.
I think I might have to. Yeah. Hang on. Did someone say rack?
Oh. Speaking of raiding the rack.
Hang on. I think Tony Blair and Alistair Campbell can hear us. No, not raid a rack. Raid the
geez.
rack. Jesus, lads, come on.
I'm just saying, it's getting awfully Star Wars: A New Hope in here.
There's 2 Death Stars right on the screen right there.
Oh, crikey. That's no moon. Oh dear. Right. Good. That's enough flowers in the attic posting for us. Oh, Jesus. Can I find it again for you? No, I've closed it already, but yes. Patrick Batman, thank you very much for sending £5 in, asking, does a dog pill include Hassan Piker electrocuting his dog? Yeah, that's a new dog pill.
Oh no.
Do you reckon we could do one of those like Google jokes? I'm trying to think of any example that won't get me in trouble, but it's just basically get people to Google dog pill and send it out Hassan.
Oh yeah, like how Sargon of Akkad now brings up Cole Benjamin's mug. Do like that, yeah.
Oh, what's that one?
Oh no, I thought you meant like manipulate the Google search so that instead of so like if you Google Sargon of Akkad, the historical Sargon.
Oh yes,
you get Cole Benjamin's face.
He's hijacked it, yeah.
So yeah, exactly. Yeah, so hijack the dog pill to just show pictures of Hassan Piker. I like.
Nice.
That.
I like it. It's a good plan. Thank you very much for sending £5, Patrick. Very much appreciated.
Execute Order 66.
Yes, so there you go. Your horror homework is My Bloody Valentine, the one with Jensen Ackles. It's going to be a first watch for me. I don't know how it's going to go. I'm going to round off this little arc before we go into Halloween specials with something I think is incredibly high quality. But I'll take a gamble on the next one and see how we do. You know, I like to give it some surprises. So there are a few first-time watches for me in amongst the selection. There we go. Oh, a final super chat, I think, from Adam Lazara. Thank you very much. Another $2. So much. So very generous tonight, Adam. Thank you so much. Saying red pill or dog pill. Well, the dog pill is a red pill. Poor people turning up here for horror film analysis. If you're one of the very bemused people on the replay,
pinkish pill.
Yeah, apologize for nothing. It's fine. It's fine. Yeah. Yes, the red pill is the dog pill. So true.
Ooh.
All right. No. Red rocket pill. Oh Jesus. Oh no, it's all going wrong. Okay. Well, TCG, thank you so much for joining me for this.
My pleasure as always. Thank you for having me.
No worries. I love that we're doing this arc finally. Just imposing it on the chat.
Yep.
Never mind. You'll get your Cronenbergs later.
Exactly.
We're doing this for now.
You will get what you want, but you'll get it when we decide. All right?
Exactly. Thank you very much for being so generous tonight. It's much appreciated because Halloween is an expensive time for me. Work on the Halloween stuff is progressing. So look forward to it. But for now, you've had your review of House of Wax 2003, 2005. You've had a terrible joke about Michael Gove. And
I forgot about that.
And you've got your homework for next week, My Bloody Valentine. So there we go. Enjoy it. Have yourselves a wonderful rest of the night. Have yourself a lovely Friday. And I hope the weekend is looking good. Thanks, y'all. Cheers.
Do not screenshot that picture and do not share it with Rubber on Twitter. That's at RHUBBA Rubber. Do
Definitely
not
don't.
share.
You wouldn't go for it.
Don't share that picture to him.